Know if y'all seen the interview or heard about the interview that um, Puff Daddy or P Diddy did, where he talks about it being a race war if President Trump gets reelected. Um, it's just so mind blowing to me. Not only that, he says there's gonna be bloodshed, and he says white men like Trump are dangerous because they threaten the lives of black people. Speaking on this standby comment that Trump made during the presidential debate, in which he was telling Proud Boys to stand by or militias to stand by. First of all, Proud Boys can't possibly be white supremacists because the leader of Proud Boys is Latino and black people. Okay, and there are many minorities in Proud Boys. I am not a member of Proud Boys, but I just thought I'd clear that up. And as far as race war and things, listen, Trump supporters are not trying to start a race war. The people that I know and the people from what I've seen, it's Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Okay, the people that are tearing down statues, the people that are burning down cities, the people that have caused millions and millions of dollars in damages. Okay, the people that are going around knocking out Trump supporters, the people that are going around punching black Trump supporters, knocking out their teeth, the social media companies who are uh, banning from their platform people who talk about certain things as far as Joe Biden goes and his son goes. Okay, that I don't know if a lot of you have heard of. I mean, it's not in the mainstream media, so they're not talking about it. And if you don't watch any conservatives, not even conservatives, there's liberals that are coming up and standing up against what the left is doing and the Democratic Party is doing. People like Tim Pool, people like Joe Rogan, they're coming out against this stuff, man. And Tim Pool's been banned off certain, or some of his videos have been banned off certain platforms, and they're liberals, man. They're Democrats. Well, they were Democrats, and I know that Tim Pool's voting for Trump. I don't know about Joe Rogan, but anyway, yeah, man, it's like P Diddy's coming out and talking about race wars and wars are going to get started if Trump gets elected because he's a white supremacist. What policy has this man enacted? Forget about feelings. Because that's what's got us caught up, man. That's what got us caught up in this Democratic Party for all these years and messed up for all these years is feelings. Let's talk about policy. What policy has he enacted that has been detrimental to the black community? I can tell you some he's enacted that it's helped the black community. I can show you. But what has he enacted that has hurt the black community or minorities? Okay, it's like, man, come on. The Democrats try to pull on your emotions. That's what they want to do. That's all they're about. They pull on Spanish people, Latinos, Hispanics emotions by talking about, the kids at the border and kids getting taken away from their families. Meanwhile, the crime bill that was put into place by the Democrats, by Joe Biden, has actually took kids away from their dads. Okay, black families. They ain't talking about that. Those kids being separated from their families. Okay, they're pulling on you guys' heartstrings, man. That's all this is about. These are the most pandering people I've ever seen. This is the most pandering I've ever seen in my life. Okay, they literally came out with an ad for Joe Biden and Kamala with battle rappers. Like, this is disgusting, man. Like, if y'all can't see through this, I think a lot of people can see through, but y'all so caught up in thinking Trump's a racist and Trump is hates black people and Mexicans that y'all really don't care. A lot of y'all don't care. But I also think a lot of people don't know what's going on, because what happens is these algorithms on these social media platforms are showing you the same things over and over that you agree with, or that people you surround yourself agree with. So that's why you can't see news outside of a bubble. And that happens on the left and the right, by the way. That happens with Democrats and Republicans, right? So y'all, you know, sometimes we can't see through certain lenses, you know, because we're stuck. We're stuck in a bubble, you know. And I think the same thing, listen, celebrities are victims of this stuff too. People like P. Diddy, you know, I just seen 50 Cent came out and said he's voting for Trump because of taxes and stuff like that, you know. But man, we gotta start really paying attention. We gotta start doing our own research. We gotta start looking into things. We gotta start reading. Okay, and it's hard because these companies, man, like Google and all of them, the people that they put at the top and the news they put at the top is so far left and left leaning, right? Even their fact checkers are left leaning liberals. How you gonna they not fact checking none of the Democrats. They not fact checking Joe Biden. They not talking about the stuff that just came out about Joe Biden's son. They're actually taking people down that's talking about that. I'm gonna let y'all look into that. But it's like, come on, man. They don't want y'all to know the truth. They don't want us to know the truth. You know, they want us to be dependent on them, right? Which is why they took the black fathers out the households. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want the black family to thrive. Okay? That's the Democratic Party. That's the party that we've been tied to for all these years. Growing up, you know, I believe that Republicans were the racist ones. Republicans were racist white people that didn't care about black people, you know. And I think the Republican Party can do a lot better concerning minorities, right? And going into minority communities. And I think that's happening now because you got a lot of young black people that's waking up, you know, and seeing what's going on and seeing, you know, that these neighborhoods that they grew up in and that they were raised in with the crime and you know, terrible things going on were controlled and are controlled by Democrats, you know. So I think a lot of people are waking up. And we got to continue to wake people up. We like 2 weeks away from the election now, man. It's like, if I don't get on here and say something, you know, and try to do my part as far as, you know, waking people up, then I don't know what I'm doing, you know. So yeah, man, there was something else I seen very disturbing. There was a young black Trump supporter who literally got his teeth knocked out. And then you hear somebody in the background in Antifa / Black Lives Matter say Black Lives Matter while you're punching a young black man in the mouth, knocking his teeth out. The hypocrisy and the irony is lost on these people. It's crazy. So yeah, man, I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. We gotta wake up, man. We got an opportunity to really to make a change, you know. So let's not go down the same let's not go around in circles like we've been doing, chasing our tail. You know, we've been getting the same results. Like actually Diddy said in the video, then he promptly tells people to vote for Joe Biden. Oh yeah, let's not do the same thing that we've been doing for years. If we don't want to see the same results, we got to do something different. But vote for Joe Biden, the same guy that enacted the crime bill. All right, and that's pandering to the black community right now. And Kamala Harris, the prosecutor, who's locked up many blacks and lied. Let's vote for that same party. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and all the rest of them. Man, let's get these people out of office. God bless y'all. Wake 'em up, 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 wake 'em up. It's time to wake up the sleeping. It's time to wake up the sleeping.